Hi everyone, this is Blanca. Okay, alright, let me take the face mask off. Okay, this is much better, I can breathe. Hi everyone, this is Blanca. Thursday we had our first Orchid Society meeting in a long time. It was so nice to get together. Of course, there were rules and regulations we all had to follow, and everybody, for the most part, did follow the regulations. Of course, you had to wear a mask.
Recording.
Now it is. You needed to start the other start.
Thank you, darling.
You sat like seats in between you, unless you were a couple. There was empty seats, and they limited to only 50 people. And at the end of the meeting, everybody got like those Clorox wipey towels, and you wiped down the seat you were sitting. And we had it at our at the botanical gardens, Florida Botanical Gardens, but not in our usual big room with tables. It was an auditorium this time. And unfortunately, a lot of people couldn't get in because it was limited to 50 people. But let me show you this orchid here that I have that I put into one of Natalia's pots. And when I put it in, these two grows were just tiny little things. And oh my goodness, look, I'm so happy. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that. There are new roots all over the place. There's some here, under there, and the other new growth, where is it over here? She also has a lot of new roots. I don't think I might be able to capture it here, but oh, right around in there, there are some new roots. She needs a little drink of water, but she's doing really good. And oh, look at my this is the first time blooming. Let's see if I can focus on it. It's a Hoya. Look how pretty that is. It's like a bunch of little stars inside another star. Absolutely gorgeous. And she's got, the leaves are so pretty too, look. Some of them are variegated with this purple color too. And she has another one up there that will be blooming soon, in a few days. And I could see up here, she's traveling up through my sliding glass doors, and she has another one there that will be blooming. And this is kind of like my Hoya station right here. And let me share her name. Here's her tag. And yeah, I got one I got to throw out here because it didn't do well, and it was an expensive one. That little happy face should have a front face, not a happy face anymore. Anyways, at the Orchid Society meeting, let me tell you about that. Johnny and I, hubby and I, we wore our masks the whole time, and for the most part, a lot of people did. And some people didn't really understand the face mask, and they would hang them on their ears and guard their chins. I can't understand that. I don't know if it's funny or not, but it's odd to see that. And then someone in particular, I was observing, every time she spoke with someone, she removed one side of her face mask and it hung on the other ear, and then she spoke with them, and when she was done, she put it back on. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if they understood or what's going on, but you know, I never removed mine. But anyways, the meeting was really good. It was Bill Nunes was there, and he showed us all about flasking orchids, and that is not for me. That is a time consuming forever, ages, from the time the orchid grows a seed pod to the time he puts it in this chemical and removes it to put it in some other type of a jar with I forgot what he called it. agar or something like that, and from the time it stays in there for a while, and then it has to be removed to be fed nutrients, and oh, it takes years. But anyways, while I was there, I picked up this beauty. Isn't she gorgeous? Brett Allery, he's the president of our Orchid Society, and he had orchids there for sale from Accent Orchids. And look at this baby. It's so pretty. It's kind of like a lemony yellow. And she's got 2 bloom spikes. And I think this is the older ones, and I think they get a little lighter in color as they age. But it's a beautiful orchid. I didn't detect a fragrance. And her tag, her label reads, let's see here. Let's see if I can focus on it. Alicera Sunday Best, yellow. Yellow, lemony yellow. So beautiful. Ta-da! I went by one and I found the Vanda that had a bloom spike. There she is. That's looking pretty good. Yummy. But no label, so I don't know until she blooms what she is. We got a good rainfall last night, but I think I'm going to go ahead and water today. And also, I brought this out of the pergola because it wasn't doing well in the pergola, and I set it here behind the Vandas. So everything behind the Vandas gets kind of like a mist, a daily mist, whatever's left over from the roots. And this Stanhopea here, all of a sudden I see a lot of new growth. Look at that. It's here in the shade. It must like it here. Look at that. That's all new. And I have to say, I was a little sad and disappointed because I thought my one and only bulbo had a bloom spike, and Todd said, oh no, that's just another bud. But lo and behold, that new growth is not a bud, but look what appeared. This little twig. Look at that. I think that is a bloom spike this time. I mean, it just happened like overnight. Wow. I'm excited about that. And here's another one that is in bloom that Todd gave me. It's a cutie. That was a daisy chain bulbophyllum. And let me get back here. This one's doing really good. This is a cooler growing orchid here that I picked up in Tamiami Orchids sale. That's her name. And no, that's not her name. That's who I got it from, huh? Oh, klutz. Here it is. That's her name. So, and I put her into this little pot, and she had a tiny little growth on it, and that tiny little growth has grown quite a bit. Look at her. And I'm keeping her here so she gets the spray from the Vandas every day too. And it's a little cooler here on the north side of the house. And let me show you the orchid that Todd gave me, and it's got 2 bloom spikes. Do you see that? Let's see, there's a bloom spike back there. I believe he said it was a ground orchid. I don't think I have a label on it. If I find the name, I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen. That's really pretty. It's a pretty purple too. Let's see if I can get in a little closer here. Look at that. They're cute little blooms. Now, I think that's about the best I'm going to be able to capture there. Yeah, I don't think I have a label on her. And this here is my Rhynchostylis Gianta Peach Rare Form. I don't know if those roots hanging there are dead or not. They look a little dry, but let me show you the new roots coming out. Look at that thing. It's like a bullet. It's huge. There, see it? And that's not the only one. She's got big old roots coming out, new roots. Let's see, where are they? There's one in there. Let me show you the biggest one yet. Do you see this one right there? That thing is bigger than my finger. I mean, thicker than my finger. Look at this. She's starting to go into the pot. Man, it's a huge root. I didn't know the roots got that big on those orchids. Let's see if I can stick my hand in there. Do you see how big it is? Man, it's a huge root. Okay, and one of my viewers said that after she saw this orchid in bloom, said she had ordered a Retusa orchid, and I looked it up and I thought, oh, that's really pretty. I think I'm going to order one, and I found one on eBay and I ordered it. And she didn't have any spikes or anything on it, but that's okay. I can wait. And lo and behold, here she is today with 2 spikes. Look at that. Can't wait to see her bloom. Wow. And let me tell you a little story about this one. And I have some pictures or videos of some of my phalaenopsis that were in bloom at the time I got her. So I'll tell you the story, and you can look at those pictures while I talk. At the end of March, I ordered an orchid Retusa foxtail from a vendor on eBay. I checked the tracking, and it was to arrive April 1st. The closer I looked at the details, it was being delivered to an address in Tampa. What? I don't live in Tampa. I realized that the last time I ordered from this vendor, the orchid was a gift for Todd, who lives in Tampa, about 45 minutes from me. My husband said, "It's okay, ask Todd to ship it to you." I said, "No way." This was at the time we were discovering the dangers of the spread of the coronavirus. I was feeling pretty guilty to leave the house because I had just participated in a Just Stay Home video that Rachel at Gardening at Doenza uploaded on YouTube. So I emailed Todd that morning and asked him to text me when the package arrives, and I will pick it up. I received a text from Todd. The package has arrived. I replied to him by email, the plan, and these were the instructions. Okay, rule number 2, arrive to pick up the package. Rule number 3, never look in the package. Rule number 4, package will be placed in the back of the vehicle after the hatch is remotely open, and it will be remotely closed. Rule number 5, no direct contact between parties, and any attempt to approach the vehicle will be met with violent resistance. Well, does this remind you of a movie? It's from one of my favorite movies, The Transporter. And that is the story behind the Retusa orchid. Oh, wait. I am back. Moving forward 1 hour, and the hormones kicked in. Look at this. The little bulbo. Honestly, it's been more like 5 days. But she's got 2 fans. Isn't that beautiful? See if I can focus in on them. Very pretty. Very different. I think I am liking bulbos. And let's show you her size. She's small, but not so tiny. Larger than a quarter, I would say. Really pretty. All right, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.